hear us.
Okay. Yeah, the mic is a little.
It happens.
And then I'm
Okay.
staring at this camera here
Yep. 50 seconds. 10 seconds. 8. Yep.
and this camera here. Oh, shoot.
Oh, welcome. Good evening. This is 104.1 River West Radio. I am Bena with Marty on Breathe on Air tonight. So, welcome to the beach. Welcome to the tropical music. How you feeling, Marty Tree? How you going?
Hola.
How's it going?
Hola means wave. So I'm riding your wave
That's
tonight.
right.
Thank you.
Very true. It's funny because hola in Spanish with an H means hello, right? Like as a greeting.
Mm.
And then the hola without the H means wave. So what I kind of wanted to do today was just bring myself back to that ocean breathing
Mm.
and remembering, we are not a part of the ocean. We are the whole ocean in a drop. So we're not a drop of the ocean. We're the whole ocean in a drop, right? So us collectively, we're all our own entire ocean and universe, contained and not so contained in our body. What do you think about that?
It's a lot to ponder. Trying to wrap my head around that.
Yeah, there is a lot, and it's the thinking of things like that and allowing yourself to ponder that while you're pondering that, like all in your face, is allowing yourself that time to do so, right? So it feels so silly to think like, oh, I'm magical, I'm mystical, I'm powerful, I'm energy, I'm ocean, I'm sound waves, I'm light, I'm literally everything, all at once, right? So, and we don't allow ourselves that, just how we don't allow ourselves rest. So, when somebody brings that up, that actually, did you know how powerful you are? Did you know that you're so capable of literally creating your entire reality because you are the ocean, the whole ocean? So I think what I want to also remind ourselves, just like the ocean and the fluidity that we are, it's also remembering to be flexible and to ride that wave and know that sometimes the ocean is going to be calm, sometimes it's going to be fierce, sometimes it's going to be stormy. It's just going to be all sorts of varying degrees of every temperament, right? Because that's the ocean. And we don't get mad at the ocean for being the way that it is. We allow the ocean, right, to be that, and we just do the best we can to steer clear if needed.
I think I was thinking about similarities, like our lungs breathing in and exhaling, and the fluidity of that motion, and how that's similar to the waves you hear in the background here and the waves we see on the screen here.
Absolutely.
That's how I was trying to wrap my head around it. The blood flowing continuously in a cycle.
And it's whatever meaning you apply and whatever meaning that makes sense. And there is that feeling of it is this ocean wave breathing that we do, and we can make the sound and do actual ocean breathing, or we can just remember that we are always in that flow. The whole earth is constantly contracting and expanding and contracting and releasing, and we're always doing that, right? So it's really remembering, like, oh, just how the ocean does that, just how the bird flaps its wings, I too am a part of this universe because I get so loud when I breathe like that. So I have to pull the mic away to exhale. But whenever I see like our neighbors, for example, or anybody that I'm talking to, my family, it's just this like disdain that comes all over them when it's like, oh, what do you have going on? And it's like, oh, I'm so stressed. I have this going on and that going on. And when you forget that you are the whole ocean in a drop and not just a drop of the ocean, you get stressed out because the lonely drop, like that lonely goose, like somebody, I've been seeing singular geese around, and it's really sad because they're meant to be around so many people, or so many geese, not people. Same with humans, right? Same with anything. Like we need that community, and we need to remember that we have all of these possibilities and all of these things within us, right?
I think, yeah, even your connection with our neighbors, and having somewhere to go and somewhere to sip some coffee and laugh has been quite a shift of energy and game changer in the past, however, 72 hours, week, however it's been. Just friendship, community.
Yeah, and that's what you do, Marty. You always are bringing community together and bringing people together. So it's really nice to be a part of that. And sometimes I am too caught up in my own breath to make that time to do so. But yeah, it's been so wonderful. And to hear from people who are from Lebanon and talking about being bombed or whatever it is, that's this normal thing for them.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's heartbreaking, and they are two sisters, and one of them was like, oh, this is the first time in 4 years that I met an American that I actually felt very connected to and felt like I was a part of them. I want them to come and visit me in my home. And it's really nice because it is this neighborly relationship that I have not really been a part of, especially in the United States. So, but you do have a little
They've
bit
been
of
my
experience.
neighbors for some time, so it's nice to have you connecting on a feminine, divine feminine level with them, and I can tell they're being challenged, and they're welcoming the challenge because it's authentic and coming, from a good place with good intention. So I don't know how that's all connected to the waves.
I mean, moon and waves, the tide and the ocean being together in control, just how our womb, just the divine feminine is the ocean. It is the wave, it is the moon, right? And I think how it all ends up connecting is that magic. And you don't have to be a female to be divinely feminine, right? Just so you don't have to be a male to be divinely masculine. And for me, I'm in the process of aligning those two, right? And enjoying and realizing that there's no tide, there's no waves without the moon. There's no beach without the ocean, right? There's no day without night. So just how those things are true, when you start to expose yourself to different styles of things that you're not used to doing. Like my yoga instructor today asked me, she's like, what spice would you be if you could be a spice, or what vegetable or something? I was like, chili. Spicy. She's like, oh, my husband would be habanero. I'm like, yeah, like something like that, right? Because it's okay to try something a little different. And even with the music choice right now, like I just feel very in this mode of like, I feel good, and it doesn't have to have a label or a title or a name. It can just be what it is, and we can just allow to do it. Like if your body calls to move, then you should. And that's what breathing and movement meditation, which we talked a lot about on Wednesday on Marty's show, was really amazing, because you're like, oh, that's meditation. Like when I dance, it's meditation.
When I box,
it's meditation. When I'm gardening, it's meditation. right? When I'm on the bus riding with listening to my music and I'm just really focused in there, that's meditation. When I'm scootering, that's meditation.
Carlos was sleeping in his van, and he was like, I don't know why, but whenever I drive, I just get so tired. I'm like, probably because you're zoning out, you're vibing, you're meditating. When you're driving, you're not thinking about turning izquierda.
That's right. That's right. So I think I know that that's what it is, right? That we forget what meditation can be.
Derecho.
That's right. And that's straight, actually. But as long as we are taking time to ourselves, ultimately that's it, right? The ladies that I was just speaking about, they're like, oh, I don't even know where to start with what I like to do, right? Like, we're so far removed, especially here in this culture and this society. We're just on that constant grind mode, that constant push and stress mode. And even, for example, so speaking of birth, women, our bodies, when we're contracting, it does flow like a wave. It doesn't constrict, expand and then push. Like, that's again this awful societal pressure that's been like, you gotta push, like some dude telling you with bright lights in your face, like, you gotta push this kid out. And it's actually like, no, I gotta be in the ocean. I have to allow for the dolphins to come and surround me with their sonar, and I just gotta breathe with the waves, and my baby will just come out into the world from water into water, not these bright lights and awfulness. So
hospitals should have birthing units should all have like little
we should
pools
have
of water.
We should have them.
Well,
We don't need them. We need midwives, and we need animals. You know, where it's illegal. It's illegal. It's illegal to interact with dolphins because this has been going on for millennia. Humans being
because they don't want you to know the truth.
They don't want you to do that, right? Because periods, for example, I told you that. I'm like, oh, periods aren't supposed to hurt? Birth is not supposed to hurt? Like, they've made it painful? And after 20 years of having a period, it is the first time I'm not hurting? Because I'm off of all of the medication and all of the stuff? Yeah, like, how insane is that? I didn't even know that was a thing. But because it's been ingrained, like, oh, it's supposed to hurt, it's like, oh, it's supposed to hurt. The way doctors mess with you by saying you only have 2 weeks to live, to 6 months to live, when you put that stuff, so words, right? Words are also oceanic and powerful, right? So when you use these words and ingrain it in your own brain that, oh, it's going to be painful, or, oh, it's going to be however it's going to be, then that stays there. What are you thinking?
I was actually, the medical system is so warped and everything, but I was thinking about meditation again, and the conversation we had this past Wednesday on my show, and Carlos and all the other people that, you know, it's great to discover that actually meditate regularly, doing this and doing that. But when you do realize that, hey, you can also make time for yourself where there's nothing going on. There's no destination you're driving to. There's no 9 rounds of boxing and then, you know, clean up after that and do all the preparation for that and everything. You can actually just create nothingness before, during, and after, and then see what meditation brings up for you, what meditation answers for you, what kind of enlightenment occurs, what kind of peace occurs. Mm-hmm.
I agree completely. It's that people are so scared to do that, right? It's always, oh, I don't have time to do nothing, and listen to the universe. I don't have time for that.
You know, one thing that has worked for me, and I'm no expert at all, or none of us are experts, this is just a lifelong practice of learning and being and existing, but like when I listen in my mind to ocean waves and I picture even Lake Michigan, you know, just picture a peaceful like body of water, you know, that's what quiets a lot of my thoughts, and that's what allows me to get there in my head. That's where I go to all the time. I go there. And isn't that funny? Because then I start paying attention to my breath and the motion of it, the fluidity of it and all that.
You know, I say this a lot. I say you've got to see it to be it. You have to see it to believe it. And it's true, because it has to first be real for it to then become real too. Right? So before you fall asleep, what do? You pretend to sleep. So how does the world work? The world works by pretending that you have the thing that you already want.
Wow.
It's that simple. You're like, wow, how else? There's no other way to sleep besides depriving yourself to the point. But it's closing your eyes, right? And getting into that breathing pattern, and then you go. And you have a little mini voyage into my bane of voyages, right? You have your voyage into your other realities that you're able to perceive in your dreams. And then you come back, and then you get to choose again how you want to live your life. So with that, I think I want to do a little bit of breathing, and especially use this manifestation of your own self, right? And what you can provide for yourself if you're allowing yourself to rest and create and really understand that, wow, the universe is not so complicated, and it's going to provide you and give you whatever it is that you need and want. So I appreciate you. I think if you want to get a little bit cozy, take off your shoes, slam them down, close your eyes if you're able to. Release your arms a little bit. Do anything you can to just get yourself a little bit comfortable, a little more comfortable than you were a moment ago. If you can lay down and stay laying, that'll be great. If there's noises, things that are irking you a little bit, they just kind of keep showing up, just allow them to. But you start to take some big ocean breaths, which means you're going to inhale to your belly, into your diaphragm, into your chest. And then release your chest and your diaphragm and your belly. And do it again with your belly, diaphragm, your heart and your lungs. And release your chest and your diaphragm and your belly, your tummy. And last one with me. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest, and release your chest and diaphragm and belly. You can continue with that breath. Or just allow yourself to inhale and exhale with no pause in between, so that you have a fluid, just constant oceanic breathing. And as you're breathing, as you're with yourself, start to imagine what you want your next 24 hours to be like. What kind of temperament you want to be in. What kind of experiences you want to have. What kind of healing you want to provide for yourself and for others. And start to create that as your own reality around you. And start to notice what it is that calls you. And if everything is about somebody else, then try to re-breathe into yourself and think of the way you want your day to go for you. Let that feeling, it doesn't have to be words. It can just be coming up. I'll be quiet for 2 minutes. Just for that feeling to keep on rushing over you like a wave. How every second we get more and more in the same frequency and vibration. We do that for ourselves. So just breathing in and out for the next 2 minutes. Start to wiggle your toes and your hands. Start to bring yourself back. Smile a little. Laugh a little. Remind yourself that you are alive. So long as you are playful and whimsical and, fun. And it's a choice that you make to be that. Then your brain will know that it's not under survival mode, that it can actually chill and learn. So when you can start to move your body, and if you can stay laying, stay laying. If you're in driving, just start dancing. whatever it is that you can do to just enjoy time with yourself. Because we do come to the planet alone, and we do leave alone. But in the meantime, we are met with so much love. And sometimes people are not able to meet us where we need them to meet us with love. But that does not mean that you should prevent yourself from feeling it for you. You should allow yourself those feelings. Any last words from you, Marty Tree? How are you feeling after that quick breathe? Bena breeze, the Bena breezy breathe.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage, yeah, the voyage, right? The voyage that you went on, the Bena voyage. How was that? The bon instead of the bon voyage, the Bena voyage.
There it is.
I love it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm feeling light. Yeah. Light and full of joy, full of light. Mm-hmm.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. And it's not always light, but that's the point, is that you choose it, right? And if we have a list of all the things that are going wrong, it's very easy to sit in that list and feel that you are in survival mode because things are not going the way that you think they should be going.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not gonna lie. There's, throughout the breathe, a little bit, like I was able to sink into it and enjoy it. But even after, survival mode keeps creeping in, and things that are not nearly as meaningful as this moment right now, and they're creeping in all the time in my mind. So so that breathe was helpful. This moment is helpful. Remembering that you can choose to be freaked out by the external pressures that are not going anywhere. They're gonna be here. There's always gonna be bills. There's always gonna be people that don't get along with you or don't agree with you. And there's always gonna be some sort of societal pressure. So how do you choose to cope with it? And these moments are helpful because they're real simple, playful reminders that, what life is about. Prana's prana.
That's right. And you should be playful with yourself. You should, when you say your name, if you find that you are scowling or not smiling, that's an issue. Your name should bring you joy. It should make you want to say it, and it should make you want to hear it.
To all the Johns out there, it actually means my life.
It does in Hindi, Meri Jaan. So, you don't know what your name means in a different language. That's the thing too, right? Like we don't have to just take what we've been dealt. We can actually say, you know what? I'm gonna spice this up. I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna say no to this. So just remember that you create your own life. You are the whole entire ocean, the whole entire universe. You make things happen with your thoughts, and the bills aren't going anywhere, and you're gonna have to pay them with a happy attitude or a mad attitude. Either way, you're gonna have to pay them, so you might as well just choose a better attitude about it. So
to all the
last remaining seconds, yeah.
Oh, to all the Martys out there, it rhymes with party.
Yes, and if your name doesn't rhyme with any one of those, still have an awesome night, evening, day, wherever you are. Lots of love. Take it easy.